Now we should start. Today we are going to speak about the concept of PIL and what exactly is PIL, how it has developed in the last few years, what is the few decades rather. I would say it started in 80s. It started, and the concept which is there, we borrowed this concept of PIL from American jurisprudence. That is one thing. Then PIL is basically not defined anywhere in any statute, any law as such. It is an innovation, I would say, way back in 1976 in our I would say our judges innovated it, and I would like to begin with his name only, Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer. I'm his fan otherwise. Excellent wordings. Look at when you read his judgments, you will love it. So in 1976, Justice Krishna Iyer, as I always say, sowed the seed for this PIL, and later on all of us give the credit to our Justice P.N. Bhagwati, that he was the one who developed and elaborated on it, and it came into existence with the judgment of Kapila Hingorani's case, if you remember. Then basically the object of PIL is to secure public interest. That is what is the objective. So basically we have to see where the victims, where the people who are sufferers, they have no resource to reach the court. That is what was the prime and, as I always say, pious objective. Pavitra, jise kehte hain hum. And anything relating to human rights, anything which is against the equity, anything to secure broad public, as I say, concern, to rectify those. So this is one aspect that for which the major thing in PIL is that it relaxes the role of the importance of the locus standi. If we are filing the PIL, the rule of locus standi is relaxed. That means anybody who sees that there is some violation of anybody's human right, equity is missing, somebody is suffering and no reaction from the government authorities is there, then in that case what will happen is, we'll see that if anybody wants, any public spirited person can go and file a PIL. And as far as the beginning is concerned, beginning of PIL, as I always say, was Justice P.N. Bhagwati in that case of Hussain Ara Khatun. In Hussain Ara Khatun, what had happened, a very prominent judgment wherein the court passed an order. There were so many accused who were languishing in the jail in Bihar and the nearby territories. What had happened, that this case was filed, Kapila Hingorani was there, and the court said that there is a need to protect the rights of these people. They have the fundamental right, that their rights should have been protected, and free legal aid, as we call, free legal aid was assured to them, one. Then it was also assured to them that there should be not only free legal aid, but speedy trial should be done. And you will be amazed, after this judgment, about 40,000 people who were languishing in the jail were released. This is what is PIL, where anybody sees that somebody is suffering, and the victim has no capacity to go to the court. Shaktima has joined us. And so anybody who has something, who feel that this is happening, whatever is happening is wrong, can go to the court and file a case. Even, I would like to mention here Article 39A, which was the outcome of, as I said, that Justice Krishna Iyer was the one who pitched in the concept of PIL initially for the first time. So at that time, equal justice and free legal aid article was added in the directive principles of the state policy. As our Justice Chandrachud would always say, that fundamental rights are most fundamental in the constitution, but the directive principles are also similarly placed. Similar importance is there to the directive principles. So, meaning thereby, PIL is such a concept, such a pious concept to look after, to see that all the poor, deprived, the marginalized people who are weak, they get justice. The door of temple of the court gets open for them, and for them somebody else who has no locus standi, who is not suffering, can go to the court and say, look, these people are suffering. And to that extent, Justice P.N. Bhagwati has said that, look, in his judgment, he has said that even a person who you need to, a public spirited person can come and write a postcard to the court and say that, look, they are suffering, please do help them. We will treat that postcard as a petition. That's what has happened. I remember there was a case wherein two university teachers from Delhi, they were traveling to Agra, and they had gone to, they saw the condition of the protection home, the people who were living in the protection home, and they informed the court that, look, this is what they are not in right condition, that living conditions are very, very bad, rather sad. So the court, based upon that mail, initiated a proceeding. Immediately the executives were warned to visit the protection home, and conditions were rectified. Everybody, as I remember Justice Fali Nariman saying that, and in various judgments, this is a very common thing we read every day, and as it is very clearly said by him that it is not the right to live. Article 21 is not only the right to live, but right to live with human dignity is there. It is a part of the Article 21. So what it happened in PUCL 2, where they wrote letter. Yes, PSUL say, as Muskan Malhotra is writing, very correct. Yes, in PSUL say, it was also treated. And I'll tell you the importance and the instrument PIL has created and given to our judiciary by Justice Krishna Iyer and Justice Bhagwati, if I may name both of them here. This instrument has great impact upon us. I'll just give one example. Though I'm in the year 2013, Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, it was a PIL. It was a PIL where the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, asked the central government to pass a legislature for to protecting, giving free to protect the women folks who are working at there was some harassment at the workplace. So a law was made. It was an outcome of as I said, a PIL. A PIL was filed, but Bhavari Devi had filed, and then I think Naina Kapoor was there, or who was there. So this PIL was filed, and based upon the decision of PIL, the government, central government was forced to pass a legislature. Parliament has to pass in legislature protection of women at workplace against the sexual offences or whatever. So that kind of strength this instrument has. That is one thing. And then it reminds me of one more case, Veena Sethi versus State of Bihar, where in 1982 again the jail thing came. In Bhagalpur there were in the jail there were certain often accused persons were languishing. Even their tenure of offence, I mean, if they would have punished, their tenure should have been over by that time, but they were still languishing in the jail. So that was entertained by our own court, and legal aid was given to those people. Fast, quick disposal of cases was forced by the court, and finally this is what was is something which came into. Then on the field of environmental law, all of us are well aware of the contribution of MC Mehta. Several cases, be it Yamuna, Ganga, and be it Delhi industries, all those pollution of Yamuna, Ganga, environmental pollution, and so on and so forth. Shriram fertilizer case, all those cases where PIL was filed, and there was a time that in our own Supreme Court there was a bench, very well known as Green Tribunal, was established. And on I remember on Fridays it used to have a green bench used to sit separately. And I would say this Andolan, or this all series of these cases has resulted into this formation of National Green Tribunal, I must say. The Green Tribunal was formed because of this movement of and n number of cases where Supreme Court has given directions, and later on again this Green Tribunal was formed based upon those directions, and has statutory body. It has come up. It came before us, and there was a case, very important case, without which it will not be. Shri Kuldeep Nayyar has filed a case where the apathy of the Tada prisoners was explained before the court, and court has said that it is not only the right to live, but it is right to live with dignity is there. So we have seen so many judgments are there wherein prisoners were there, to them at least right to live with dignity was as the court has said. So and several other judgments which we can mention here where PIL was taken up, and like Bandhua Mukti Morcha and during Asiad Games, the salary, the wage, the minimum wage was not given to these people. So Bandhua Mukti Morcha case is very prominent case. Then we have Asian Game, as I said, there the court forced them to pay the appropriate wage. So PIL developed as an instrument for the victims, for the weaker people who basically were not able to get justice through their own rights. So they were not able to utilize the protection given under the legal system. They were not able to. This PIL became an instrument to help them to get this particular right. Similarly, various explanations like neglected child, old age home, bonded labor, environmentally related things, exploitation of labor, series of atrocities of women, environment, food adulteration, all kind of things where the victims, where the people who have no capacity to come before the court, they basically were getting justice by the Supreme Court, using, even to the extent that honorable judges have gone to the extent stating that, look, in case you feel that there's no justice is being given, anybody, as I said, the principle of fundamental principle of jurisprudence, locus standi, is relaxed for so that is in broad way basically what I feel. Yes, Vishakha versus State, as Piyush is saying, Vishakha, in Vishakha case, what had happened, that we have seen that how the court has passed an order wherein the central government was forced to make a new law for the benefit of the women folks. So that is one thing that certainly has created a big Article 32, which is there, Article 226. These are the two big provisions. And one more very important thing which I would like to tell, because a lot of law students are here today in front of me, I could see. So to them I wanted to tell you three even you can go to the constitutional courts, High Court, Supreme Court, and in cases there is a specific provision, in cases of some specific individual is doing some kind of public nuisance which is affecting the rights of, which is damaging the rights of the others, normal people, you can certainly file a complaint under section 133 of CRPC, and wherein basically it is stated that Pramod Katara versus Union of India. Yes, Sagar Shikha has rightly written that Article 32, Article 226 and 133 CRPC is the provisions which are the three legal provisions which all of you must keep in your mind whenever we talk about PIL. These three provisions are the most important, and we will be talking about misuse of PIL also, that I have in my mind. But the most important thing, one question always people ask is whether a PIL can be filed against a private individual. Prima facie, if ask me yes or no, the answer is no. But if you see that if any private individual is causing some loss, some damage to somebody, let's say one example I can give you, a factory is there which is emanating lot of pollution in the air. So can't we go because it's a private factory? Yes, you can go. But what you have to do is, as Bombay High Court had said, Rajat, thank you very much. So many good signs you have sent. So what, please tell us the difference between PIL and writs, or is there no difference? Yeah, writs and PIL, there is a difference. We'll come to that. First, let me finish this particular thing. Only public servant and government. Yes, only public servant. Then what you have to do in such circumstances, it is the duty of the environmental protection body which is there in the area. It is they have to see it. So what you can do is you can file a petition in the in the High Court, or even any of the three modes. You can file a petition and you can very well rope in that government agency that you are not delivering, and at the same time you can add that particular person who is doing this mischief, or mischief is not the right word, who is doing this mistake, who is pushing this pollution into the environment. So you can very well rope in all the three people, all the two people, and the government body which is not there. So that's how we can file a case against a private person also, and we can ask the private person to basically come and what you call give the solution to the problem. And as if we see the government, the environmental law we have, we know, all of you the law students know it very very well, that okay, so all of you know it very well, that there is a deep pocket theory. If a person who causes damage, it is the duty of that individual to rectify not only to rectify the damage which is caused by him or his institution, but also to give the compensation or restore the damage to those people. So this is established law that now we have, and as far as the deep pocket theory is concerned, if the person who is causing the damage, he has the deep pocket, meaning he has the money, so he should be asked to compensate heavily to these people. And not only that, for restoring the, let's say if the issue pertains to environment, so he should be forced to rectify the environment also. If he has chopped certain trees, so he should be forced to put as much as plantation as we can ask him to do so. So deep pocket theory is also an important thing. And similarly, a concept of sustainable development which comes to my mind is also relevant at any point of time, and various meetings etc. have taken place where sustainable development has been given importance by the by various important people, as may I say so. So as I said, we have borrowed this concept of PIL from American jurisprudence. Our eminent jurists have developed it, nurtured it, and it is the one which is an instrument, I must say, for social change, and has been discussed by various authors, various people, that it is what is the judicial activism. It is what we see the judicial activism, even to the extent that the courts have at many occasions have suo moto started taking initiatives and issued notice against these people based upon the newspaper cuttings. What has happened, like in case of injury caused to the industrial unit, the yes, very true. That's what is the Shriya, as Shriya is saying, that is what is the concept in cases of hazardous units, like Bhopal gas tragedy had happened. Yes, very true, very very true, extremely correct you have said, Shriya Iyer. She is from Nalsar, and of course as further as I said, that suo moto action can also be part of our we have seen that PIL suo moto also being taken by the judges. So it's an important instrument. Rather, I always call it a pious instrument, because all the people who are poor, who are victims, and at least these people are marginalized people. So it fulfills the need of these people. So that's what primarily I feel is it is what is PIL. It is an instrument of social change, as we call it always. Now I would like to convey to you that from last 2 decades we have seen, our judiciary has seen, that there are people who are misusing this. And yes, as Sachin Kharab has written, I'll come to that. Sachin, Husaina Khatun case you have mentioned, Tanya, I think, yes. So Husaina Khatun, PIL, the seeds of PIL can be seen to be, yes, Husaina Khatun, yes. So now I would like to take 2 minutes and tell you something about the misuse of PIL. As we say that we have, from last 2 decades it has been seen that the most popular instrument of PIL is misused by few individuals for their own interest. And what best could have been done, that's what was done by our own courts, our own constitutional courts. Yes, they have imposed heavy penalties, heavy fines. I'll just give you an example of which I keep giving whenever I talk about it. It is a case. I don't remember the name of the case, but factual metrics of the case is like this: that it was in Gujarat. There were certain people who were selling, in the new way as asbestos sheets were sold by these people. Now, what had happened? The people who were there already in the market, like cement sheets and the iron ore sheets, so their business got hampered because of this. What they did, they initially published certain Ishanis there. Okay, all of you are here. I'm thankful to you that you all came. And so what had happened, I had discussed this before also. So these people, what they did, they made a kind of, all these industrialists, they joined hand, and what they did, not knowing to anybody else, they published an article that this asbestos sheets are harmful, and the rays which are coming from these sheets are harmful for the person who sits there. Now, what happens once these what you call articles and analysis, they made a petition before the Honorable High Court of Gujarat at Ahmedabad. They moved in a petition, and a notice was issued to the government as well as to these manufacturers. Now, what had happened at the end, when after so many hearings, the court came to know that it is as we always say, that at the end they came to know that it is nothing but is a cooked story, as the court said. So the court finally imposed a heavy fine on these people, these petitioners. So court very categorically stated that it is not at all a PIL, it is not a public interest litigation, but it is, if we see, it is a private litigation wherein they were misusing the pious tool of PIL for their own benefits. So the court imposed heavy fine on them, and it reminds me of Justice S.H. Kapadia, who is in a judgment had said that a heavy fine should have been imposed on all the frivolous PILs. So this is what, in short, I would say I could have conveyed to all of you, that this is the events of frivolous PILs were rising to that. Now, if the courts find such cases, they impose heavy fine, heavy penalties are imposed on such people who are doing it. Even our own NGT, National Green Tribunal, has imposed many a time fine on various people, various such petitioners who now Mehak Sharma is saying that writ petitions are different from PIL. If we, of course, PIL is filed in the form of writ petitions, Mehak. So that is the answer. You were correct that if you find the definition are different, where most of the time basically we file a writ petition of writ of mandamus, wherein we ask the government authorities are not functioning. So that's the main writ we use. So yes, Moniksha Lahabadi is also writing Muskan is saying is, what is the difference between PIL and writ? So this is what is the difference, as I just mentioned. And then PIL has also filed on behalf of many people, including public. PIL has to be filed on behalf of the many people, including people at large. Yes, correct. Yashi says number of cases in the court have also increased due to PILs, which results in delay in judicial decision. Look, PIL, yes, this is one of, Yashi, you are very correct that such kind of things we come across almost every day, that because of this, that rush is there on the court. But finally, we have to work for the marginalized people as well. So you have to appreciate the writ orders are made by the court in the name of the person involved in either perform a practical action or abstain from doing it. Yes, restrictive orders, as we can say that the court can pass an order restraining these people from doing that whatever act which is causing this damage. Janmesh is saying PIL itself says that it is for the public interest and for the betterment of public. Very correct. Yes. Asad Alvi, Sanjay ji, can we file a complaint as PIL in the lower court? Yes, as I said, Asad Alvi ji, there is a section, or is it necessary to go to Supreme Court or the High Court in the writ petition? Section 133 you must see, Asad. And wherein under section 133 of CRPC it is mentioned that in case there is a nuisance kind of thing, so those kind of cases can be certainly filed before the Court of Metropolitan Magistrate. So Ishani is saying the court should heavily penalize people who frivolous litigation in the name of PIL with the vested or pecuniary interest. Yes, very true. And as I have mentioned in many cases, every day we find it. I have seen it several times on my own. I have seen that judges imposing fine on these frivolous litigants who come there by जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, मुखौड़ा ओढ़ के आते हैं कि they are talking about the rights of the downtrodden marginalized people, but actually they are talking about their own rights. What Ashish Priya says, whereas PIL is a form of writ where an action of law is formed from public convenience. It directly joins the public with the judiciary. Very correct. Very correct. The best example is, as Justice P. N. Bhagwati has said, that look, you can write a letter and we will take action on that letter also. NGT recently imposed a fine of 10 lakh rupees on Karnataka government over discharge of pollutants in the Karnataka. Yes, exactly that particular lake. I don't remember the name of the lake. You have written, but I can't pronounce it properly. Katha, छोड़िए ना, उस पर मैं pronounce नहीं करूँगा. So there was a fine imposed by the NGT on the government also. Yes, very true. So as Mehak once again says that it is in which circumstance can be rejected. Yes, circumstances in which PIL be rejected by the court. Yes, when there is no as such no case is made out, then where is the question of entertaining such PIL, where there is no public interest involved, nobody is sufferer, or if the suffering is very small in nature, then the court will not, for every thing the court will not interfere. Like there are shorter remedies also, smaller remedies also, which a person could have seen. Then Hukum is saying, what is the difference between polluter's pay principle and deep pocket theory? Yes, very correct. The difference is only one. One is the polluter pays, says that the polluter who is doing it has to rectify it, has to remove the pollutants, and has to do the all well-being for there. And deep pocket theory is the theory which says that very thin line of difference is there, but if the polluter is rich enough that he has to not only So the deep is the theory, the more you have to take out from him and give it to the masses who have suffered. So that is the difference between the two. So if meaning thereby, polluter has to pay, but if he is a big man, his pocket is deep, so we will take out something more out of it and rectify the damages done by him or by yes. Then can foreigners be filed PIL on behalf of a person of Indian origin? The foreigners can't file a rate PIL. That is what is the legal proposition. Why? Because it is a right. Article 12 you have to see. It is a right given to the citizen only. Fundamental rights are there for citizens also. Although there are legal rights also for which PIL can be filed. So what they can do is they can file a petition through some if there is actually we must say, if there is something which an individual sees that this thing is happening, so that individual they can file it through some local person from some citizen. Sir, can the PIL be rejected? Yes, as I already said, PIL, if it is a frivolous PIL, then it will be rejected, and if it is rejected, if it is a total false case, then the courts we have seen that court has filed various so many penalties have been imposed on such frivolous PIL petitioners. So, the honorable judges said that the recent PIL, that it looks to be publicity interest litigation instead of public. Yes, yes, that's what we are saying again and again, that as Sona Singh Sethi says, that it has become publicity interest litigation. Very correct. It has become publicity interest litigation. Though wherever there is a frivolous litigation, it becomes publicity interest litigation. People are doing so, and court don't think that the courts are so masoom that you can with your own deeds, with your cases, you can make them pass any kind of orders. They will verify it. They will 100 times check it whether it is false or frivolous or not. So PIL is an important tool to make human rights reach those who have been denied rights. Absolutely true, Ayush. And Grace Bhadoria is saying thank you for explaining this, much needed. Thank you very much. Devansh Rawal, sir, can we have views on PIL filed by Supreme Court recently regarding mental health? Oh, great. There is a PIL filed by one of Deepak, I think, is Gaurav Verma. Gaurav Gupta is the lawyer who has filed a PIL wherein notice is being issued. What the PIL is this, that the mental health, as we all are well aware, that mental health is not covered by the insurance companies. All the healths are covered, but mental health is not covered. So the PIL is filed wherein it is requested to the court. Devansh has raised this issue, and court was pleased to grant issue a notice to IRDA and to say that in the policies, insurance policies, why can't we add mental diseases? Why can't we add mental diseases in it? The great session on explaining about PIL, as Janmesh says, and after law students has to go know about the crux of PIL. Thank you, sir, for your efforts. Really loved interacting with you. Thank you, Janmesh. This is Woman Up. This is Shreya Chawla. I'm sorry, Shreya Chawla. What else the court do apart penalizing the misuse of PIL? How can misuse be prevented by rich political leaders? Yes, that is there. That is, the best form of restriction should have been this fine. And heavy fines. I've seen fine of 10 lakh rupees also. So heavy fine, and we have also seen it. I would not like to talk much about it, but the judges know it. They even there are certain, so a few lawyers are also marked that they are the one who come up with the false frivolous litigations, frivolous PILs. So such things are there. Judges know that very well. The community is very small, I must say. Then thank you very much for clearing the doubt. Highly appreciated. Okay, this was Muskan, then Sakshi Chabda. This which is case, then Sanskriti is saying public interest litigation not only promote the equality but also ensure right to life. Very correct. Right to life, right to live with human dignity, as we always call. Then Rajat Anand says, sir, we can file PIL against the private colleges for concentration of academic fee during collection of hona chahiye tha, academics during pandemic. That's an issue. Yes, you can certainly go there, file a petition. Let us see how the court reacts to it, because we have to see both sides. We have to also see the academicians, the colleges, where they have also that all paraphernalia. But you can certainly go and file a PIL if the college is not paying anything to their staff. They have done salary cut for their staff and they are taking full fee from the students. Then this Sharma is saying, one more question, sir. Do judges normally admit the PILs? Yes, of course. Admit issuing the notice, as Devansh Rawal has just asked the mental health thing. It is, yes, that notice was issued, such case was taken. Then Vikas Rajput says, very good session, sir. Then Shriya says, in MC Mehta versus Delhi industry case, NGT ordered the industries to be shifted and some were shut down. What is the remedy if the order is not followed? If the order is not followed, such industries were locked. The industries were locked. They later on, once the doors were locked, such electricity was cut, no water supply was given, all the infrastructure was cut for such industries. You cannot. And the best part is, if the such industries, Shia, when they stopped all this kind of things, and if it was found that an industry is running despite orders, not only that industrialist, but the authority, SDM, DM of that particular area was punished for that. So that is the reason we could, there was a time when there was lot of pollution in Delhi, but we were able to successfully, reduce it to a great extent. What is the next step if PIL get rejected? If you have a bona fide PIL, I feel there will be less chance that it will be rejected. You should, so there is, I would say that if PIL is rejected, then you must improve upon your case and get the right documents. Only Article 21 applicable to non-citizens of India. Are there any exceptions? Sir, if our PIL is rejected, what we can do? Can we file PIL online? These days, yes, Mehak Sharma, yes, these days all the litigations are filed online, and probably in the near future we can file the PILs online only. Very great session, sir. We want some more sessions like this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for explanation. Very nice session. Hukum, मैं आप लोगों के नाम तो पढ़ी नहीं रहा. Grove Madan, Sneha Sharma, Shiv, then many of them are there. Jatin, then Anjali, Bhati is saying, looking for more sessions, more such sessions, very informative, and the way you are talking about each and every point is understandable. Thank you very much. Bhattacharya ji is Raiparna, princess from Calcutta. Very well explained, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mehak. Chinmay is there. Yashika is there. Then Sakshi Chawla. Saksham Chawla, you are also there. Huh? Can you please tell us the weakness of oil? Okay. Yakshi Chawla, Yashi Manchanda is saying the comment on PIL filed for Sushant by Advocate Ojha from Bihar are against Karan Johar, Salman and others. I am not aware of it, but certainly I am aware of one PIL which which we have just discussed, wherein I have stated that there are the notice is being issued wherein it is requested by the court that why not mental illness be added in the list of diseases in the insurance. So IRDA ko notice kiya gaya hai. Notice is being issued to the IRDA. Chinmay Rajput is saying abuse of PIL will make it ineffective. No doubt about it. Very correct. If it is overused, it is used, then certainly it will affect the good thing, the pious nature of this remedy will go. How beautifully have you summed up, sir. Your session are truly enlightening. Thank you very much. Who's this? Pogo, मैं नाम नहीं जानता हूँ, तो its name is not there. So many people are showing their positive sign. Thank you very much. Please throw some light on the draft of how to draft a good PIL. That is any document, any petition, if you are drafting, it should be very smooth, very concise, covering each and every point in shortest possible manner is what is the gist, I think. This is really very healthy and safe discussion amid Corona. Yeah, thank you very much, Rupesh. Manya is saying amazing session, sir. It's always a pleasure listening to you. Parmesh is also there. The recent PIL filed in Delhi High Court on the forged and remaining board exam of 10th. Yeah, that is going on every day to day. Riddhi is great, sir. You explain it in amazing and manner. Concept of PIL is very clear now. Thanks to you very much. Okay, Ramit is there. Then my princess, very well explained, elaborated by you from Calcutta. Very insightful, enlightened session, sir. Thank you very much. So I think now it is time to say bye. That's what, because everybody is saying that it is now amazing session. It is worth watching. Thank you. Bhopal gas tragedy case. Yes, RN Kumar. Very correct. Saksham Chawla. One of the main factor for the growth of PIL is progressive social legislation. No doubt about it. Thank you. We love you, sir. Huh? Okay. Great session. Loved it. So, thank you all of you. It's not possible because of you. And also, I must say, big thank to our organizers. They have really, they are very wonderful. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And certainly, Ashish, as you are saying, Gyanendra, very well. Okay, we will do more sessions. Sanjyoti is from again and again. I'm taking your name, Hana. Thank you for enlightening. Thank you very much for the session. Sarthak, Bibag, you are also there. Mahek Sharma, thank you very much. Rocking session. Okay, great. Sachin Kabra, thank you. Ambuja Jain, thank you. PIL. Muskan Malhotra, thank you. You've been very active, I must say. Sakshi Upadhyay, thank you. Bhanu, thank you. Bhanu Mishra, please some light on the draft of good PIL. I said draft of good PIL is where you concise in a shortest possible way, covering each and every point, and where the legal law is floated by these people, how this is causing damage to the marginalized people. You have to just mention this, and I'm sure the court will entertain such PIL. Can we connect with you on Instagram? Most welcome. And how? On my Instagram, please connect. I'm Sanjay K. Chadda. Okay. And what basic courts define amount of fine? Yes, it is. It depends upon. It varies. It's nowhere defined what will be the fine. Kritika, amazing session. So amount is not defined. It is given. The liberty or discretion is given to the judges. Then thank you very much, sir. Session was really good. Sukriti. Then Bibak is saying the Delhi High Court has fined applicant. Yes, no doubt in PepsiCo case. I can't tell you whether this was the case or some other case. Sahib Jeet, amazing session. Singh Ganendra, thank you. Evening, Paranita Saini sir, thank you for the providing information on PIL. Very good. Sakshi Shabra. So I think none of the new questions are there, and we are about to complete this. Sir, YouTube channel and Instagram page of Sanjay, they are really informative. Thank you very much. Who's writing this? Astha. All right. Thank you. Astha is also there. Okay. Thank you very much for your informative. Ambuja Jain is there. Rohit Singh, Aryan Kumar, Bhanu Mishra. So thank you very much, all of you, for coming out and being here with me in such a big number. Thank you very much. Sophia, Harshdeep, you are also there. Ambuja, Sunaina, then Saksham Chhabra, Rohit, Saurabh, Grove Maidan, Ronak Jeet. अरे कितने सारे, ख़त्म ही नहीं हो रहे भाई. तुषार त्यागी, Ayushuman, Romit, thank you very much. Saksham Chhabra, Hukum, Ambuja, Rohit Singh Chauhan, Saksham, Ash Rohela, Jatnik, and so many of them are there. Astha, being following sir is quite from quite a time. It's okay. Amazing sir. Ronak, Rupesh, Saksham. अब हमारा समय भी हो चुका है. I think we have to close this. It's about 1 hour. I am talking to all of you. But thank you very much that all of you have come. Mehak Sharma, thank you. Is sir available on social media platform? Everyone must contact him. Okay, thank you very much. Very informative session, amazing session. Thank you very much. Saksham, Sakshi, Manchanda, Yashi, Sarthak Goel.